All right, hi again, and welcome to a new live video talking about creativity and identity and boldness. And today, again, I'm out here, and I'm in Norway, so this is summer. It's July, obviously. I'm still wearing kind of a normal shirt, but it's so cold I have to wear long pants now. And again, it's windy, so I don't really know if this works at all or not. So now it's quite windy. I hope this doesn't ruin the sound. And yeah, anyway, so this is part of where we live, part of my home office. That's the view we have. Isn't that lovely? So that's awesome. Anyway, so let's get going with this live video. Yeah. So as you know, I do make videos where I talk a little bit about part of my story and what I'm working with going forward, because I'm kind of changing my life and everything, and I want to help you change your life. That's what this is all about. So I'm a creative, but also I'm helping other, especially creatives, finding their identity, finding their boldness, and become a creative that really goes for it and expresses their creativity through their heart and with boldness. And so today I want to talk about a bit of my story, because as many of you know, I grew up in Germany in a good Christian family, good Christian church and village. And really windy. I hope this doesn't. Anyway, let's try it here, a bit closer to the wall here of this little cabin. Less wind. Sorry. So, but part of growing up in this kind of village German environment was that everybody was very similar. And everybody was like, I don't know. In my head, I always knew that I wanted to do music, and I wanted to travel the world, and I want to make people forget their worries and be happy. I always wanted to make sure people enjoy themselves, right? I knew that from when I was 8-9 years old, something like that. And so I thought that's normal. I thought everybody wanted that. But in my family, everybody, including most of the females, are engineers. My dad is an engineer, my uncle, my aunt, my other uncle, even my cousin works in some kind of technical field at university. My one aunt, she was working in the atomic research facility. And my uncle that I just said was an engineer, he was working for Mercedes-Benz. So, engineers. So, growing up from like that young age, I knew I wanted to play drums. I know I wanted to make music that makes people happy. Did many different things. I'm not going to go into all of that story, but shortly said, I had like arguments for my entire teenage years with everybody about that, because everybody else said just forget about that, get a normal job, become an electrician, and then maybe later take some courses and become an engineer, like study and go to university or something like that. And I'm like, so boring, and I'm not even good with the technology or the engineering part. I was good with the creative technology, so I became a sound technician, and I actually broke into the church during the week when it was closed, during the afternoons after school, to unplug all the microphones and plug them into the mixer in a different way, so I could record or pretend to record a radio show. You know, like I think there was one CD player and 2 cassette players and 1 cassette recorder or something. So I connected all of that together so that I could like play a song, stop it, talk about something, play a next song, and then I'll sometimes transition from one song to the other one. That was me at 11, 12 or something. I made my family, forced my parents and my sister to sit through 1 or 2 episodes and listen to like an hour of me playing music and talking about stuff. And I got like 0 feedback. They didn't care for that. Like for me, it was like I'm putting my heart out there on the line. This is some creative thing that I wanted to do, and they didn't care. 0 feedback. Not really bad or good feedback, just like they didn't care. So eventually, when I was like 18, I had given up on all my creative dreams. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Was looking for boring jobs and couldn't find one. Eventually got into graphic design and things like that, but it never really filled me the same way as music and creativity did, right? So, and now I just, this very day, I just read this article from like, how do you say that? Yeah, it's kind of about some Christian church leaders here in Norway, and people arguing about like, well, what they did and how they were leading hurt them, like they weren't seen, or they were only seen if they were loud and happy, but if they were actually like having their own thoughts and being a little bit more creative or a bit more different, or just a bit more introvert, then those leaders were like, oh, the devil is lurking at your door, you gotta repent and become more like us. To me that sounds very, very similar to what I grew up in, even though it was a completely different message. It was more like they were technicians and engineers and I was creative, so I had to change to be like them in order to be accepted. Same thing there. It's like, if you don't fit into one mold of believer, then you have to change to fit in. And those kind of stories, they really break my heart, and that's why I wanted to talk about that right now today. I don't want to go on too long, but for me those stories are the same. So if you have a belief in God, or maybe you don't, but other people want to force something on you, you know that feeling, that it feels wrong. You feel it inside that, this something is bad. This shouldn't be painful, but it is. And if that happens again and again and over a longer period of time, you'll become burned out and you don't want to have anything to do with that, and you might find a whole different direction in life. Maybe change who you are based on your pain and based on the experience of what others forced you to do or wanted you to become. And especially if that has to do with you suppressing your creative gifts. You maybe always wanted to make music or paint or draw or make jewelry or write books. I don't know, just live a little bit of a different lifestyle. Use your talents and express yourself in creative ways, and you feel like that whole thing was never accepted. That whole thing had been shut down for years and years. And now is the time to maybe dig up those things and let the pain out and become who you really are. Well, that is what I want to help you with. So I'm thinking that these kind of live videos here, and maybe I'll turn it into a podcast or a more professional video series. I don't know exactly how we'll do that. But yeah, I'm thinking that these kind of videos are meant to encourage you. Maybe I need a name for these kind of things, programs, videos that I'm doing here. So if you have any good idea, right now I'm thinking maybe we call it Breakthrough to Creativity, or maybe Boldness for Creativity, or Boldness to Creativity. I don't know. If you like one of those three or have any other good suggestions, please leave a comment here. I'll also again re-upload this on YouTube, so you can leave a comment either on the Facebook video or on YouTube. Looking at all of them. Yeah. So much wind. Crazy. Anyway, so please, if you feel like you want to rediscover who you really are and need help with that, come to a breakthrough to creativity, a breakthrough of showing your creativity, then these videos and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to launch in a couple of weeks' time, this is for you. So don't hesitate to comment and reach out to me, send me messages. We can connect one-on-one, have a Zoom or Skype call or something. And just know, you are not somebody else. You are you, so don't live somebody else's dreams. Live your dreams. Build and express your life the way you are supposed to do it. because nobody else will take that and do that for you. You have to do that. That's why I'm making those videos now, because nobody else is talking about this that I know. So I feel like I want to talk about that, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, bless you all. Whether you believe in God or not, God bless you, and express your creativity. Or get help to get the courage to express it. Alright. And with that, from a grey, weird Norwegian summer day, beautiful but strange. Alright, bye for now.